Hi guys, welcome to cooking class. I've cooked for a lot of people, but never for this many. And not so many at the same time. It's really weird. This is my kitchen. It's nothing like the kitchen at Sheldon, but it's gonna have to do. I'm gonna start. I don't have anybody to video me today, so it's just me. The first thing I do when I go into the kitchen is, wait for it. I know you all know what it has to do with, you're right, wash my hands. Turn on some warm water. Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday dear Jill, happy birthday to you. I always sing a little song in my hand that they're clean. Rinse them off. I have a nice dry towel right here for me, and I have one right behind me too. The next thing I do when I'm cooking is I read my ingredients, and today we are making easy healthy taco salad. I know it's one of your guys' favorites. So I'm just going to take you with me as I do all this. It's going to be kind of funky. First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to flip my phone around. No, I'm not. I'm going to get out what I need. So here's my fridge. I need ground beef, check. I need lettuce, check. I need green onions, check. I need tomatoes, check. I need salsa, and I'm choosing to use green salsa that I made, this one. Alrighty, I believe I got all my ingredients out. If not, I'll find out. Let's go back and read my list. So, I need taco sauce, taco seasoning. Where? Here it is. This is the one that I use. I also need avocado oil. This is my cupboard. Here is my avocado oil. I have vegetable oil and avocado oil. Avocado oil's just got a little more healthy fats in it. I like to use that one. And then, I forgot something super important for tacos. Cheese. My goodness. Now, I opted to get pre-shredded cheese because, to tell you the truth, guess what day this is right now? It's Easter, and I have so much to do today, so I'm kind of making this salad for lunch for everybody. So I made things a little easier because I'm making a big dinner in a little bit. Okay, here it goes. I'm going to try and figure this out so you can watch me cut and trim and cook. Oh my god, I'm so weird. Okay. First thing my ingredient says to do, that'll work, sort of. Hold on, give me a second. Why not? First thing my ingredient, oh no, sorry guys, accident. First thing my ingredient says to do is start browning my beef. So I'm going to get out my ground beef and my knife coming through, safety, even when I'm at home. Even though I'm the only one here, hold on, I'll come back to that thought. I'm gonna take my meat, place it in my skillet, and then I'm going to take it back off the shelf. I'm gonna turn my oven, it says on high. I don't do anything on super high, I do medium high, because it just goes so fast. So now, that's a little better. Now, to the trash. Another thing I like to do when I cook is I clean at the same time. So this goes straight into the trash can. I have my spatula. You can see my oven is getting super hot. Again, another rule from school is, do I keep the handle like this? Say it at home, what would happen if I walked by? Serious disaster. If I'm holding it, it's okay. I like to break up the meat a little bit. If I'm not holding it, faced in this way or faced in this way. The way away from the stove is much better because in here, if I had this one on, it could burn. You guys have learned all this. All right, got my meat going. While my meat is starting, it says like 6 to 7 minutes for the meat. I've been cooking for 40 years, since I was 10, let's say 40 years. So I know what meat looks like when it's done. Those of you who don't make it very often don't know. So just to help yourself out, maybe, set a timer. I'm going to set this timer for 7 minutes. But every minute, I'm going to try and come back and break it up. Okay, next thing I'm going to do is get the condiments and the other things ready. So let me get my recipe. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. All right, it says I need to half grape my tomatoes, half my grape tomatoes. So what that means is I have a cutting board. And I need 1/3 of a cup. Let me grab my measurements. Cup. So when it says half them, I think it's obvious, but let me ask. Do I cut these into quarters, 4 pieces, or 2 pieces? Half. 1/2. You're right. Obviously, you know this. 1, 2. 2 parts make a whole. Right? So half. I need to do 1 1/3 cup of this. So I will just continue to cut. I'm not going to look at you as I do this because it's pretty dangerous to have a knife in your hand and to look away. I don't want to have an emergency on my hands. Oh my gosh, that would be horrible. Going to the emergency room, yuck. You got to be careful when you're in the kitchen. So I almost have a cup. So here is a cup. I'm going to put it into a bowl. I need 1 1/3 cups. So I also have a 1/3. I would guess that's going to be, let's see if I'm right. I'm going to guess that's 4 tomatoes. 1, 2, oh, this one's little. I was right. 1/3. So my tomatoes are ready. I hear my meat sizzling, so it's time to come back and check it. Yeah, looking good. All right, 1 second. All right, I'm going to stir the meat. I kind of pick it up a little with the spatula. A lot of people use the spatula like this. I use it backwards like this, kind of like a chopper. I don't know why I do that. I think my mom might have taught me that. I learned a lot of my cooking from my mom when I was probably, gosh, I don't even remember what it happened, so it had to be when I was really little. My mom would sit me up on the counter and she would let me do things, and I learned how to cook from an early age, and it was one of my responsibilities in my house to help my mom cook. My brother too had to do the same thing. My brother and I shared chores. We cooked and mowed the yard, and was that kind of it? That was definitely our big chores, cooking and mowing the outside yard. Well, duh, I don't have an inside yard. Okay, so that is about halfway cooked. I'm going to show you what that looks like. It's starting to look like that. Here's my timer. So it's about halfway done. I'm going to come back over here and read some more of my ingredients. I touched my hair. I'm going to wash my hands. Just rinse them off. It's hard to remember that. It's a little different when you're at home cooking for your family than it is in a restaurant, but I still like to be safe and clean. Okay, so green onions, 1/2 cup. Oh, I don't have 1/2 cup. I must. Here we go. Okay, 1/2 cup. I'm going to take my green onion. These are all washed already, guys, so you know. There you go. I peel off this skin right here and then cut this up. Again, you can't see my face, but I'm not looking at you. I'm looking at what I'm doing because it would be dangerous for me to look at you while I'm cutting. I'm not a professional, right? So this calls for 1/2 cup. Sometimes when I cook, a lot of times when I cook, I modify things because I know my family does not like green onions. I do, but my family doesn't. So it would be a waste of food for me to cut 1/2 cup of onions. So I'm just going to cut about this many. And you know, onions are always optional in my house. The way that taco salad works in my house is everything is optional. I make it a buffet style. So I'm going to take another bowl, put my onions in. So again, this is an optional thing. What I like to do, I said it earlier, as I cook, I clean. So this goes straight into the trash can. I'll be right back. There we go. I take my tomatoes. I threw the lid away. I have to put that back in my fridge. Okay, check my meat. As you can see, you have to be you have to be on task when you're cooking. No time to like sit and play a game on my phone or go run and check my Xbox because I'm playing Minecraft or something. I'm building a new starship. I seriously am, actually. But I'm going to break up my meat into small pieces. There is a minute left on this meat, and that was pretty good timing. I guess I know what I'm doing. Look, my meat is almost completely done, and there's 1 minute left on the timer. So I'm going to stay over here with the meat. I'm not going to go back over to the prep right now. Okay, now I'm going to take, the recipe calls for 2 tablespoons, oh, hold on, let me read. The recipe calls for 2 teaspoons of seasoning. I've never done it this way. I make recipes like this just in my head, but I'm going to follow the recipe. 2 teaspoons, that's 1, 2. I did heaping teaspoons because I really like the seasoning. This can be used again for later, so I fold it so it doesn't go stale. I use taco seasoning a lot in my house because I use it for chili. I use it in burritos. I use it in eggs sometimes, so I use it a lot. Anyway, my meat is now coated with taco seasoning. My timer has 11 seconds to go, and I tell you what, I'm pretty darn good because my meat is almost done. Holy cow. It's like I've done this before, you guys. Let's look. Yep, meat is done. Timer is done. I'm going to set you right here to turn off my timer. Now, when I am... I'll put you back over here. I'm going to just give this one final... You can hear it. Oh, and it looks so good. Now, when I go back to cut the rest of my stuff, should I leave this here and leave the stove on? No. Stove off. Pan on a burner that is not being used. I have my handle on the outside. I take my spatula and I set it on my holder right here, and I go back to getting our condiments ready. Okay, so I've got my green onions. I've got my tomatoes cut. I need to get my avocados. I'll take you down here to the end of my kitchen. So when we walk by here, here is my fruit basket and my avocados. Here's my coffee bar in case anybody's excited about that. These are all different flavors for my coffee. You guys always see me drinking my coffee. Different flavor every day. Okay. It calls for 1 medium avocado. So, I'm going to get my knife, which is still here. I'm going to cut it in half. There's a seed in the middle, so I kind of just do a circular motion around it like this. And I take it and I twist it. Ta-da! Lots of people do different ways of cutting avocados. Everybody does it different. I'm going to do it the way I know how, that my mom taught me. We used to have avocado trees in my backyard. So here you go. I slice it so slightly, not through, a gentle touch. And then I crisscross it. If you guys want to do this, please don't do it by yourself. Let an adult help you, or wait till we come back to school and I'll show you, because you definitely don't want to go through the skin. And then I take a spoon and I pop it out like that. And here is no avocado. And there's my avocado. I'm going to get another bowl. I'm going to put it in there. So now I have my choice of avocado. 3/4 cup of cheese. Be right back. Okay. Okay, open my cheese. Again, I took the cheating way because I said I have a lot of cooking to do today. 3/4 cup of cheese. I'm just going to put it in here. Avocado cheese. Salsa is right here. All right. And then my lettuce, which I've already washed. So when I do my lettuce, I take it like, ooh, a round spot. I take it like this, and I do really small little cuts. I almost get like a shredded lettuce. My mother-in-law buys shredded lettuce in a bag, and it costs 2 times more than regular lettuce. So sometimes I trick her because she lives with me, and I tell her I did it, and then I just do this. She doesn't know the difference, and we save a couple bucks. All right, my lettuce is ready. I'm gonna put it in a bowl. There we go. Okay, coming along. This is gonna go in the sink. My avocado in the trash. My cheese and my lettuce back in my fridge. All right, I'm going to assemble a taco salad. Give me 1 second. Let me get a bowl and my taco salad. Okay, I'm gonna show it to you guys. I have here my onions, my tomatoes, my avocado, my lettuce, my salsa, my cheese, my meat, and my bowl. So when I go to make it, I take about a little handful. This is just going to be a small salad. Little lettuce. You get a couple scoops of meat, which is my protein, and I really love my protein. You guys know how I love my protein. I put my meat on there. I'm going to take a few tomatoes, onions, because I told you I like those, and I love avocados. A very little cheese, and then here's my salsa. I use it as dressing. I don't put dressing on this. Ta-da! Uh-oh. I licked my fingers. That's a big boo-boo if you're cooking at school, but when you're at home and I'm the only one eating right now, it's all right. I'm sorry about that. Anyway, here is my salad. What do you think? Looks good? I'll let you know how it is. I forgot 2 ingredients. I wonder if you know what they are. Maybe Holly will make that a question. Sorry, Holly. More work for you to do. Anyway, it was so good to see you guys this morning. My job is done here. You guys have a great day. Please vote for what you want me to cook next week. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.